Welcome to The Explainer. So today we've got something pretty unique. We're diving into some documents that somehow manage to connect the expansion of the entire universe with a local math coaching center. Yeah, you heard that right. It's this wild vision that links cosmic theory to business development, and we're going to try and unpack how it all fits together. All right, so to really get a handle on the Analysis Solution Mathematics Coaching Center, let's just call it ASMCC. We've got to start where they start, and that's with the universe itself. This one single statement you see here, it's the foundation. It sets the stage for a whole philosophy that, believe it or not, ties everything else together. Okay, so the big question is, right? How on earth does an expanding universe have anything to do with a business? Well, the connection starts with this surprisingly deep philosophical foundation. The source material doesn't just jump into services. It first takes a step back to define, the nature of existence itself. And this is where things get really interesting. Their definition of the universe is absolutely key. See, they don't describe it as just, a physical space full of stuff. They see it as a huge container for knowledge. And yeah, that includes the things you'd expect, matter, energy, but it also includes the really intangible things like time and even memories.
And it just keeps getting broader. So the source lists all the classic cosmic stuff, right? Stars, galaxies, gas. But then, get this. It puts memories of ancestors on the exact same level. It's this amazing blend of the astronomical and the superpersonal, saying that both are just fundamental parts of the whole cosmic shebang.
So this idea of renewal is really central to the whole thing. The documents keep coming back to this constant cycle, creation and destruction, death and rebirth. And the specific quote we're looking at, it comes straight from the founder, Gaurav Deep Gautam. It really grounds this massive cosmic philosophy in his own personal vision. Okay, so we've got this huge philosophical framework, right? The universe, knowledge, cycles of creation. But how does that become a business, like a real business with services? Well, this is where we see the big pivot from cosmic ideas to actual concrete services. And let me tell you, it's a sharp turn. And bam! Here it is, the pivot. We literally just jump from the life and death of stars straight to a textbook definition of financial investment. The source material doesn't ease you into it at all. It's just an immediate, jarring shift in scale from the totally celestial to the totally financial. And the CEO, he gives his own reason for this. The phrasing here is just so memorable. He says investment is useful for a good time for future work's use. It's such a unique way of saying, hey, prepare for the future, right? And it kind of echoes that whole theme of cycles and renewal we were just talking about. And just like that, the abstract becomes very, very real. The whole idea of preparing for the future now has a price tag. This is it. This is the exact moment where this cosmic philosophy slams right into a service catalog. All right, so what else is on the menu? It's not just about investment. The whole portfolio is actually way more diverse than you might think, covering both business development and some seriously specialized academic services. So here are the core business services, right? You can see the starting prices for investment and marketing. But the source documents have another little surprise for us. The descriptions for marketing and market research, they're actually written in a mix of Hindi and Sanskrit. I mean, that just adds a whole other layer to this organization's unique identity, doesn't it? But wait, there's more. The portfolio doesn't just stop with business consulting. The source material is really clear that ASMC is also all about education. And that brings us right back to the second half of its name, doesn't it? The Mathematics Coaching Center. And this really confirms it. ASMCC isn't just a business consultancy with a cosmic philosophy. It's also a serious hub for high-level math. I mean, look at these services. Tensor analysis, complex analysis, this is heavy stuff. It shows there's this deep academic side running right alongside the commercial one. So you have to be asking, who is the person connecting all these dots? Tensor analysis, marketing, the expansion of the entire universe. Who pulls all that together?
Well, let's meet the founder.
The source gives us this fantastic, direct introduction from the CEO himself, Garbdeep Gautam, and we're showing it to you exactly as it was written, right down to the unique spelling of Chief Executive Officer. You know, by putting his personal phone number and email right out there, he makes himself incredibly accessible. It's a really direct link between his grand vision and anyone who might be interested.
Okay, let's try and pull all these threads together. We've gone on quite a journey, haven't we? From the edge of the cosmos, all the way down to a very specific list of services here on Earth. So how do we make sense of this whole picture? What we've really seen today is a story that deliberately connects the biggest possible picture, the macro, with the smallest details of business, the micro. It takes these huge foundational principles of the universe, things like expansion and knowledge, and uses them as the philosophical bedrock for services like investment strategy and complex math.
And really, this is the question that the source material leaves us with. The documents for the Analysis Solution Mathematics Coaching Center, they're not just trying to sell you a service. They're presenting a complete worldview. It's just a fascinating case study in branding, in philosophy, and it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are the connections between the universe's grand patterns and our own little daily lives?